All right, yogis, let's get this show on the road. So, it was supposed to start as a live video. However, not many people joined me, so I decided that it would be more beneficial to you all to just film myself doing a quick flow. So, I'm going to be very instructional and intentional about each pose. We're not going to take very many poses. We're just going to take we're going to start in a seated position. After the seated position, we're going to rotate our heads and our shoulders. After we do that, we're going to sit back on our feet and we're going to stretch our shoulders out a little bit more, stretch our backs. After we do that, we're going to flow through a few sun salutations, starting from downward dog, and then flow through a few sun A sun salutations. And you will notice the difference between sun A versus a sun B. We will not do sun B today, but it usually typically includes you going into your poses, going into warrior 1 and warrior 2, but we're not going to do that today. So we're just going to take a quick flow. After we go through our sun salutations, we're going to stretch our hips out a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and end into Shavasana. And so if you are joining me, that means that you are caring about taking the first step to learning yoga. And I want to just preface this with I am not yet a yoga teacher. I will be one before the end of this year. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to let you all know when I start my class, but you all will see the certification and then my classes will start. So be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout for some virtual events this month for people who are victims of sexual assault. A shameless plug to my friend's Facebook group. It's called Unedited Truth. If you are a victim of sexual assault, you may find me or her. Her name is the brand defining Chaz, on Instagram, or her name is Chaz on Facebook. I'm not exactly sure what her last name is, but if you know me and you have experienced some sexual assault and you felt comfortable, you can share that with me and I will get you hooked up with those resources. But we are teaming together to bring you all some virtual events to help with healing, because we know during this pandemic time the most essential thing is to be grounded in peace and grounded in healing. And so that's what yoga is all about. Yoga is about boosting your immune system, stretching your body, making yourself feel good, loving on your body. And as someone who struggles a lot with self-esteem, I have really honed in on really loving who I am and what I can do as I see myself constantly practicing yoga as I get better. And so we're going to go ahead and start. This video will be on my IGTV and it will also be on my YouTube. So be on the lookout for that. Last time it went terribly wrong because I had my playlist and my playlist had some copyright issues, and we're just not gonna have those issues. Today, I'm listening to a playlist on YouTube. It's called Yoga Music, Relaxing Music, Calming Music, Stress Relief Music, Peaceful Music, Relax. Typically, this is the type of music I play during my mindfulness moment for my kids. And so I just found this music and I thought it would be very peaceful to start with a quick morning flow for you all. I've been talking a lot. If you know me, you know I like to talk. So let's go ahead and get to yoga, y'all. So, like I said, I'm going to start in a seated position. So when you start in a seated position, you want to, you can either place your hands down for grounding your energy or place your hands up to receive energy. And so receiving energy is just depending on what you need. What do you need? What does your body need? Talk to your body. Get informed about what is going to be appropriate for you. And so I just want to receive some great energy today. And so I'm just going to put my hands up and receive some of that energy. And as we sit here, we're just going to take 3 deep breaths in and out. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Last one, breathe in and out. So I'm not familiar with the skill set of my audience, but if you are a more advanced yogian or yogi, you may take more advanced versions of the pose. Today I'm going to be showing the beginner version of every pose, but you may take advanced. Also, I like to incorporate Ujjayi in my practice, which is a breath that can be heard. So that's what you'll hear with me. If Ujjayi is not in your practice, you can continue to keep those breaths silent and breathe out through your nose, or you can continue to contract your stomach and breathe in and out. And so we're just going to take some head rolls. We're going to take 3 to your right and then 3 to your left. And then after that, we're going to take some shoulder rolls, 3 back, 3 forward. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take my head the other way. If you're not aware how to do your breaths during this time, as you breathe in, you want to reach your head backwards, and as you pull your head to the front, you want to breathe out. It's like this. Last one. All right, now we're gonna take our shoulders backwards. And forward. All right, so now we're gonna go to a tabletop position, and that's on all fours, and we're gonna take a couple of rounds of cat and cow. So go ahead and reverse your body and on all fours, and you want to do cat and cow flow. So as you breathe in, you're gonna take your body, you're gonna stretch it upwards. And out, you're going to round your back like a cat. We're just gonna take 3 breaths. Last one. All right, so let's just do a quick figure 8 with our bodies and stretch that back out. We're about to go into child's pose. And so as we sit in child's pose, we will be here for about 1 minute. If you are not able to stay in child's pose for the 1 minute, you may go ahead and sit in a seated position. However, let's try to get our bodies to sit in child's pose. So the idea is you want to sit back on your heels, and you want to stretch your arms forward. If you're like me and you want to take it a step further, open your hips a little bit wider, push that body a little bit back further, and we're going to take 5 more breaths here. All right, let's go ahead and close those legs, sit back on those heels, and we're going to just couple rotations backwards, couple rotations forward. All right, let's breathe in and out. Now this time when we breathe in, we're gonna take it to the right. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and left. All right, let's go ahead and go to downward dog. You're gonna place your hands on your mat and you're going to push them up. You're gonna push onto your heels. So you want to be as parallel to the ground as possible. Your heels to be as parallel to the ground as possible. And we're just gonna rock here. Rock those hips side to side. Mountain those legs. And we're going to walk our feet to the front of the mat for our first sun salutation. So take a minute to just sit here, set an intention for yourself if you haven't already, and breathe. Deep breath in and out through heart center. All right, we're gonna take one more deep breath in and we're gonna flow down from your hips. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out and down. And now we're going to take a vinyasa flow. So what you do is you're going to put your hands here, get into plank position, down, up, and you can do cobra or you can do full extended reverse back bend. And you can either flow into your child's pose from there, or you can go straight back into downward dog. All right, let's do that one more time. Flow up and down. Up through heart center and flow from your hips. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, release it. And go ahead and take your flow. From here, you're just gonna go back to that seated position. So put your body into tabletop and reverse your body back into that seated position. And so like I said, today was just a quick flow, get our bodies moving and stuff. And so we're gonna start to prepare ourselves to end our flow. And so how we're going to do that is, before we do that, we're gonna just loosen these hips up. So I'm gonna ask you to lay flat back on your mat, keeping your legs crossed, and go ahead and put those legs in that butterfly position, like so. Ladies, we tend to hold a lot of emotional trauma within our hips, and so this is a good pose to sit in for 1 to 3 minutes to help release that tension. It's a great pose when you have cramps. Great pose. Alright, from here I'm going to just straighten my legs, and we're going to take 1 minute in Shavasana. Shavasana is typically how you, in your practice, you want to make sure that you are clearing your mind of anything and just rest. Let's start bringing awareness back to our bodies. So I want you to wiggle your toes, rotate your ankles, wiggle your fingers, rotate your wrists. And as we finalize that, you're going to take yourself and go on to the right side of your body. And then we're going to be in a seated position. I want to thank you for allowing me to take this time to guide you through your practice. The divine light in me sees the divine light in you. I hope that we are all staying safe and healing through this pandemic and this time of reset. Please go in peace. Namaste.